Alright gamers, let's be real. How many of you think you've played every great NES game out there? Well, I'm here to prove you wrong, because hidden deep in the homebrew scene are some absolute bangers that most players don't even know exist. These are brand new, fan-made gems keeping the NES alive in 2025. So grab your controller, dust off that classic console, and let's jump into the 10 most underrated NES homebrew games you absolutely need to play right now. Spacegulls. Okay, so suppose your NES is plugged in, but instead of the usual heroes, you're a seagull, dodging lasers among neon stars. Spacegulls puts you in these bright, bouncy, platforming levels, where everything's about timing your flaps and landing those tricky jumps. You've got to outplay cyborg birds, hunt down cute little chicks, and steer clear of spikes or strange traps if you want to save the galaxy from the evil Dr. Beak. Co-op mode is hilarious chaos, especially when you and a friend both dive into a pit by accident. The boss music ramps up the tension. The levels are filled with surprise shortcuts, and collecting health or hidden secrets keeps things fresh. Remember, every enemy needs to be jumped on, so your attack and movement are always tied together. If you're into quick retro games that don't take themselves too seriously, Spacegulls is a short, colourful ride that's just pure fun for anyone who loves the NES challenge. From below. Take the block-dropping zen of Tetris, toss in a sea monster, and get ready for some real chaos. From below, you're stacking lines and trying to clear them, but sometimes a giant kraken pushes blocks up from the bottom and messes up your perfect setup. You think you're winning, then suddenly tentacles shove everything out of place. The game has different modes: Classic, where it's just blocks and no monster, and Kraken modes, where either time or each move brings a new Kraken attack. Controls are smooth and easy, so it plays just like classic NES Tetris, but with an extra surprise. If you've ever had your run totally ruined at the last second, you know the feeling. The music gives it energy, and each round gets more intense the longer you last. It's a battle with a beast. How long could you survive the Kraken's attacks? NEScape. To be honest, NEScape is really simple. You are being dropped into an old-school pixel room with no phone, no obvious way out. And only your brain is there to help you escape before time's up. You're stuck with 4 walls and a lot of hidden secrets, so you've got to click around, check stuff, and solve little puzzles just to unlock the next clue. Some objects give you a hint, but others are just there to trip you up. The whole time the clock is counting down, and it really makes you panic, especially when you're running out of ideas. Would you start searching drawers or just press every button and hope for the best? When you solve a puzzle, it feels awesome, like beating a tough childhood game. If you don't make it, at least you get some classic NES sounds before trying again. Who would you play this with for bragging rights? Trophy. Nothing really beats the feeling of jumping into a retro platformer where you get to pick your path and dodge all sorts of crazy obstacles. Trophy is all about controlling a little robot and running through colourful levels, each packed with classic NES challenges like spikes, tricky platforms, and random enemies waiting to trip you up. You get to play any level in any order, just like Mega Man, and collecting hidden health upgrades along the way makes things easier. The controls are simple, so it's all about timing your jumps and learning enemy patterns. Each stage looks different: lava, ice, even zero gravity areas, so every run keeps things fresh. The bosses are big, and you'll need fast reflexes for everyone. If you find the secret power-ups, you're definitely a real platformer fan. Trophy is pure NES fun, simple, a little tough, but super rewarding if you love classic action games. Witch and Whiz. Guys, if you ever wanted to blast spells, dodge fireballs, and conquer crazy dungeons like a magical pro, Witch and Whiz is your dream come true. This NES Homebrew gem packs spell-slinging chaos, tight platforming, and vibrant retro visuals that scream NES perfection. The music is catchy and energetic, making every level feel like a magical cartoon adventure. Timing your spells is everything. Blast too early, and you'll get toasted. Wait too long and the monsters overwhelm you. The mix of strategy, chaos, and skill keeps you hooked from start to finish. It's perfect for solo runs or teaming up with friends for multiplayer madness. Hit like if you love magical NES action. And subscribe to join me on this spell-slinging adventure. Witch and Whiz isn't just a game. It's pure retro magic. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Micro Mages. Micro Mages is tiny in name, but huge in chaos. This NES Homebrew platformer is all about precision, insane jumps, and levels that are short but brutally hard. You'll be screaming at your screen 1 second and fist-pumping the next when you nail a perfect run. The pixel art is crisp, the music is catchy, and the controls absolutely tight. Every move feels exactly how it should. The best part? You can team up with friends for co-op mayhem, turning already tricky levels into hilarious chaos. Each level is designed to push your skills to the limit, and trust me, you'll replay them again and again. Get ready to jump, dodge, and laugh your way through Micro Mages. This one's short, but it packs a punch that'll leave you hooked for hours. Nebs and Debs. In Nebs and Debs, you crash your spaceship on a hostile alien planet with a crystal-hungry octopus stuck to your head. Your mission is to dash, jump, and run your way through 12 fast-paced levels, grabbing crystals to keep Nebs, the octopus, happy, and collecting your ship parts so you can finally escape. The dash move is your best friend. Use it to fly over big gaps, smash through blocks, and even streak through enemies for more distance. Each region, mountains, mines, forest, and swamp, brings new obstacles, and boss levels even give you wild races for vital parts. There are no passwords or continues, so it's a real NES challenge. Finish in one go, or start again. If you can beat the game, you'll unlock a super tough hard mode that'll push your skills to the max. Full Quiet. Alright, who here grew up loving spooky forest mysteries? Full Quiet is a retro survival with a seriously creepy twist. Imagine waking up in pitch black with only a broken radio and shadows that could be anything. It's like NES Zelda, but for people who like their adventures full of suspense and a little anxiety. Do you follow the map, or risk wandering and hope Pap's radio notes help you survive? The day-night cycle is intense, and even a tiny sound can make your heart jump. Every enemy encounter keeps you on edge, and checkpoints feel like little victories after surviving a tense run. The pixel-perfect retro graphics add to the eeriness, and the subtle music makes every step feel dangerous. Bravest explorers, comment on your creepiest moment, share your tips, and let's see who can survive the shadows in full quiet. This game is simple, tense, and addictive. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah, Beebiss 2. Moving on to Yeah, Beebiss 2, things get absolutely chaotic. This NES game throws you straight into fast-paced action where enemies, platforms and hazards are everywhere, keeping your thumbs busy non-stop. The controls are tight, the pixel art is colourful and charming, and the soundtrack is ridiculously catchy. It'll stick in your head for days. Every level is unpredictable, so you'll laugh, scream, and fist pump when you finally beat a tricky section. Multiplayer cranks the chaos even higher because everything doubles or triples when your friends join in. It's perfect for solo runs or co-op madness, and the replay value is massive. Seriously, this game nails that retro NES vibe while keeping the energy wild and fun.
Elvania-like world of stunning 8-bit graphics.
I'd like to get my hands on NEScape!
With an authentic, bleepy bloop sounding chiptune soundtrack. A magic battle axe in your hand.
Dungeons and Doomknights. Last but not the least, Dungeons and Doomknights is the ultimate retro dungeon crawling adventure. This NES Homebrew game puts you in the boots of a brave knight storming dungeons packed with monsters, traps, and epic loot at every corner. The pixel-perfect graphics and catchy retro soundtrack make every level feel like a classic NES masterpiece. Gameplay is tight and addictive. You'll be dodging enemies, slashing foes, and hunting for treasure, all while exploring secret passages and hidden rooms. Each dungeon is a challenge, and every victory feels super satisfying. Playing solo is fun, but co-op turns the adventure into pure chaos and laughs as you and friends tackle enemies together. Hit that like button if you love retro dungeon crawlers, subscribe to join the quest, and comment your favourite dungeon moment. Let's see who can survive the most dangerous dungeons in Dungeons and Doomknights. This one's epic, challenging, and insanely fun. Alright everyone, that's a wrap on the 10 most underrated NES homebrew games you gotta check out. These hidden gems prove NES still has surprises. Which one are you trying first? Drop a comment and share your pick. If you had fun, smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss more retro game madness. Keep those NES vibes alive. Thanks for watching.